G'day, and welcome to the Fat R. I'm Eric the Car Guy, your host. And why don't we just start off with the podcast? And the podcast this week is going to be Sunday, April 17th, 2011, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the podcast with me and Rich Baxter from carandtrucktalk.com. This week we're going to have a guest. And this is actually, you're going to be like, hey, aren't you Eric the Car Guy? And yes, I am Eric the Car Guy. However, I read a very influential book when I was younger. It was called Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. And I've got to tell you, it kind of changed my life and my perception of the world at large. It's a deep, heady philosophical book and written by Robert M. Piercing. And I would say it's not for everybody. But for some reason, when I was 17, I read this book and I thought, man, that's cool. And here I am, years later, as your Eric the Car Guy. Anyway, Tom Burklow, who is a specialist as far as motorcycles are concerned. I think his first ride was like sometime back in the late 60s, and he has been maintaining and instructing about motorcycles kind of almost ever since. Well, maybe not that long, but let's put it this way. For a heck of a long time, this guy's been doing motorcycle stuff, and we're going to talk about getting your motorcycle ready for the ride for the summer, the season, whatever it is. You know, I know that it's a car guy show, but on this particular show, we're going to do something cool. And this is because, seriously, I get a lot of requests. And in fact, people call me, or people look me up and they're like, Eric, my motorcycle's broken. Can you help me? I don't know as much about motorcycles. Hence the reason why we're going to have Tom. But, you know, like I said, you guys are into that kind of thing. So, and a lot of you that are into cars are also into motorcycles. Enough justifying, we're going to have a motorcycle guest on the program this week, April 17th, 2011, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us for that. Now, I've been kind of trying to find myself with the Fat R to try to figure out, you know, what exactly I was going to go over. I mean, I talked about automotive news, that kind of thing. We've talked about the tsunami in Japan, all that. But I also thought, well, hey, why don't we talk about what Eric the Car Guy is watching on YouTube? And lately, I've been watching something really fun from the Storm Chasers from the Discovery Channel. You may know them. Reed Timmer has the Dominator, and it's this really cool vehicle that they drive into tornadoes. Why they want to do this? Well, they say it's for science, but I think they're adrenaline junkies. But anyway, they are building a new vehicle, a new Dominator, and they've got a series of videos out that I've kind of been really intrigued by. And I gotta tell you, I don't have a whole lot of time to watch videos, but I've been kind of into this build where they took this brand new Chevy. They used to call it a Suburban back in my day, but what are they calling it now? Yukon something, whatever. Anyway, full-size big GM truck, similar to the thing that I took the engine out of. They stripped it down, they're cutting it into little bits and putting it back together into the new Dominator, and they've got a series of videos on the build. I've really been enjoying that. Maybe you might too. I got you a link right there. The other day, when I was recording the voiceover for the part 2 of the Civic engine video, my phone went boom, basically telling me that there was an auction that was about to end on eBay for something. That's as much as I'm going to give you. Those of you out there that know what that is, know where I'm going with it. And those of you out there that don't know what that is, will know about it in the not too distant future. We're going to finish out the Civic engine series first, and then get into some new stuff. I've actually got kind of a backlog of videos going, but coming down the pike is this guy right here in this case. And that is also a request from you. If I get the opportunity, I will shoot it today. All right, podcast this Sunday, April 17th. It's not April, is it? Yes, it is April. April 17th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Me, Rich Baxter, and Tom Burklow, motorcycle expert, are going to be on the program. So if you got some questions about your motorcycle, or you want to learn a little bit about how to get it ready for the season, I think I might throw in a little bit of, you know, say some of you have got some classic cars out there, you might store them for the winter time, you might be bringing them out for the first time, that kind of thing. We might cover a little bit of that. We might do a little bit of compare and contrast with motorcycles and cars to work the whole car thing in. I am Eric the Car Guy after all. And on that note, I'm Eric the Car Guy. You can always visit me at EricTheCarGuy.com, or find me on Facebook and Twitter, or on the podcast on Sundays with Rich Baxter from carandtrucktalk.com. Old episodes are listed down at the bottom of my page on the website. Oh, and by the way, if you wish to participate in the podcast. Rich Baxter did a very good video. You can go over to Car and Truck Talk's YouTube page. In fact, I'll post a link to this video that he made. He made a very good video on how you can sign up for free for the TalkShoe Pro program, to where should you want to call in and participate in the program, completely free. All you need is a microphone and a set of headphones for your computer. There you go. So thanks to Rich Baxter for putting that together for us. We're putting a link down below. So I already told you I'm Eric the Car Guy. I already told you all that other stuff. The last thing I've got to tell you is what? Stay dirty, people.